The Prime Minister's been making the papers quite a lot in the last week, not just for his bread-making skills. At last week's party conference, in an attempt to eradicate the benefits culture, the Conservatives announced they don't want anyone under 25 to receive dole or housing benefit unless they're in work, training or education. So is this a good idea? Journalist Samantha says absolutely yes, whereas fellow journalist Sonia Poulton believes this will only add to the problems of a generation already in trouble. It is indeed a knotty problem. So, let the benefit battle commence.
OK, well, to me it's quite clear. Again, we're turning on some of the most vulnerable people in society. If we're talking about eradicating a culture, let's eradicate a culture of MPs who are spending £250 on a bottle of wine. This is not going to solve anything. This has been going on for a long period of time. Workfare has been in existence for a while, where we are sending people out to work for their benefits. It doesn't work, otherwise we wouldn't have nearly 3 million people unemployed. And we do.
Do you know what? My 16-year-old self would have agreed with you, Sonia. She would have said, there is no way I'm going to agree with this. And the reason I say that is because my mum at 16 said, get out there, you're still in education, you're going to go and get your first job. And I did. I worked in a bingo hall. I hated it. But do you know what? It was the best foundation for me in life. I learnt about responsibility, punctuality, I cleaned loos, I flipped burgers, I shouted out bingo numbers back to the bingo caller. And you know what? And that has set me up for life, because I really appreciated the value of money.
I understand.
I really respected people that I was working with at that time, and I really understood that, yeah, you know what, looking back, the first job in your life isn't going to be great. We're not all going to become dot-com millionaires or bank managers, but it's the first rung on the step.
We need to strip back. We need to go back much earlier on this, and that is go back into the schools. We need children who are actually working towards a job, more vocational learning. So, because it's a horrible society we're creating. We're pushing 16-year-olds into jobs they hate, and this idea that there's this kind of sponger culture is completely wrong, because it's a small minority who behave in that way. And what we actually do is we need to nurture society. We need to nurture the children coming out of schools and say to them, you are worth something. Let's follow your dreams. Let's give you investment and budget into ideas that will really work, instead of pushing you into a job that you hate.
I absolutely agree with you, Sonia, there, but I think you've missed a huge point.
Go on.
And I think the point is family. Family is really important in this, and this is the point that David Cameron made last week. It's not just the welfare state, and it's not just government. It's families that's got to support children, teenagers, young adults. You know, from the cradle to the grave, when you're part of a family, you're part of a family for the rest of your life, and that's why we've got to support the younger generation into jobs that might not pay a lot of money, onto their first rung of ladder, while they're at university, while they're studying, while they're working in a job that they don't like. That support needs to come not just from the government, but it needs to come from the family as well.
And the families need to be better supported as well. Look what we've done to children leaving school. We've rammed up the university fees, so we've said that only if you come from a privileged background can you go to university. That's what we've already said to these people.
Sonia, when they go to university.
No, they're not there. And that's
what's wrong with
about
cleaning?
this initiative.
What's wrong with working in a shop?
There's nothing wrong with cleaning.
Well, then why can't we let...
cleaning? But you know what? Would you like to go out cleaning?
I have, and I'm sure lots of people here have as well.
But the truth is that we don't have enough cleaning jobs, and if we start putting...
But we have, Sonia.
No, we don't.
Look at all these immigrants that are coming over here from Europe.
Don't buy into that. Don't buy into that. What we need to do is we need a working wage for people.
Thank you, yes. That's the first ding-dong. I've never got a word in edgewise. So I've enjoyed that. We've heard what our guests have had to say. We're getting on to another problem there. We'll talk about that one later as well. We want to know your thoughts. You can reach us via our Facebook page, if you can get a word in edgewise there, or by emailing alan@itv.com. Plus, at the end of the show, our lovely studio audience will be revealing who they think's come out on top in our daily ding-dong. Can your opinions sway their vote? Now, thank you, ladies. My next guest started pulling... Now then, earlier... we had a rather heated debate about whether benefits for the under-25s should be banned. Just before we reveal what our audience thinks, let's see what those of you at home said. Lisa McNess writes, I left school and did a youth training scheme for 2 years, and I've worked full-time ever since. Why should a young person be on benefits? They're there to tide you over until you find work, not as an income. And no, Sarah Elson writes, it's all well and good saying get a job, but in some areas there just isn't the opportunity. Education also costs money. How are they going to fund this? Yes. So, if you agree with Samantha that people under 25 shouldn't receive benefits unless they're learning or earning, please raise your blue paddle. Or if, like Sonia Poulton, you think under 25s deserve to receive benefits just as much as anyone else, vote yellow. Raise your paddles now.
Yay!
we've got a preponderance of blue there, haven't we? So get out and sort it. That's it for today. I'm back tomorrow with Carol Vorderman, an adventurer, Steve Backshall, and our barking blondes here with Molly and Matilda. See you at 3. Bye-bye.